Hello everyone, it's Compass Academy, and today we are going to talk about the Myasthenia Gravis. What is Myasthenia Gravis? Myasthenia Gravis is an autoimmune neuromuscular disorder, and here we are going to talk about and we are going to explain about everything in details, like about the pathophysiology, about the normal physiology, and so on. First of all, I have to explain about the normal physiology of it. Like, first of all, this one is the neuromuscular junction, and basically, so it's the motor neuron. It's motor neuron, and this one is synaptic vesicles. Synaptic vesicles. Inside the synaptic vesicles, we have acetylcholines, ACH, and when the neural system sends impulse, so there is a lot of mechanism like how it will go, like it will go from repolarization to depolarization state, but this one I'm not going to talk. The main thing I will talk about the blockage of these receptors. These receptors called nicotinic receptors. Nicotinic receptors. This one is sarcolemma. This one, sarcolemma. So it's basically, it's the motor neuron, and this one is muscle. It's located, the motor neuron located inside the muscle. Like, first of all, when the brain sends any impulses, it will go to act to synaptic vesicles. So synaptic vesicles composed of some proteins, like it called SNAA proteins, synaptolin, and so many proteins. It composed of this vesicle composed of many proteins. Like so, it will go to the terminal part of it. This one is, for example, this one will go to the terminal part and release. It will release acetylcholines. So acetylcholines will go and act to the nicotinic receptors, and then we can see a muscle contraction. It's the normal physiology of neuromuscular junction. It's normal physiology of contraction of muscles, of any muscles. But in myasthenia gravis, we have something else. There is some antibodies like IgG, immunoglobulin Gs. There is some antibodies. So the person who has a myasthenia gravis, like cause of some autoimmune disorder, the antibodies will go and look, for example, take into account that like it's antibodies. This antibody will go and block the nicotinic receptors. So that's how the muscle cannot, the nicotinic receptor cannot get any impulses from motor neuron. And so this is the basic principle of myasthenia gravis. So the nicotinic receptors will block, and there will be no any other contraction. Like the brain will send the impulse, but there is no contraction because of blockage of nicotinic receptors. It was about the mechanism, the main mechanism of myasthenia gravis. Now I have some key presentations. Like I will show you everything. I did every research. Now I have a presentation.
Myasthenia gravis. In this presentation, I am going to give you a lot of information. Myasthenia gravis is autoimmune disease in which the immune system attacks a protein on the surface of muscle. Look, these are antibodies, and this is a surface of muscle, and the antibodies will go to act on and attack to the surface of muscles, and also autoimmune disease, a disease in which parts of the immune system are overactive and start to damage the body's tissue. A normal immune system attacks foreign organisms, for example, infections. In autoimmune disease, the immune system inappropriately damages normal body tissue. Cause of myasthenia gravis. There is a lot of cause, but the main cause is autoimmune disease. Like, for example, there is other autoimmune disease of hyperthyroid or hypothyroid, pernicious anemia, vitiligo, diabetes mellitus, rheumatoid arthritis, and many others. What are antibodies or immunoglobulins? Antibodies are proteins that play an important role in the immune system. They are normally directed in foreign proteins called antigens that attack the body. Such foreign proteins include bacteria and viruses. Antibodies help the body to protect itself from these foreign proteins. And this is an infection. This is infection, and this is it's normal act of antibodies, and this one is myasthenia gravis. It's foreign protein, for example, bacteria. It's self-protein acetylcholine receptor. Myasthenia gravis. The symptoms of myasthenia gravis. It includes weakness, also facial weakness, speech disorder, swallowing problems, breathing problems, arm weakness, and leg weakness. Also, other things that can bring out of or worsen the symptoms of myasthenia gravis. It's pregnancy, stress, operations, medications. The cause of myasthenia gravis. The cause of myasthenia gravis, there are non-immune hereditary forms of myasthenia gravis. Congenital myasthenic syndromes, very rare. It's 1 to 1 million. Most start at birth, some later. It's like a neuromuscular junction. Normally, nerves talk to muscles to make them move. This occurs at the junction between nerves and muscle. This is the neuromuscular junction, and this is the motor neuron, as we mentioned before, and this is a muscle. It's the mechanism of action. For example, it's motor neuron, and this one is muscles. Like acetylcholine will release. Acetylcholine will go from the axon to the acetylcholine receptors to the nicotinic receptors, and then normally then muscle will contract. But in myasthenia gravis, yeah, the this one, this greenish one is antibody. Antibody will go and block the receptors of acetylcholines. And the diagnosis of myasthenia gravis. We have a lot of diagnoses. The main one is diagnosis through test. And For example, we have anti-acetylcholine receptor antibodies. We can diagnose myasthenia gravis through the anti-acetylcholine receptor antibodies. And also, we have serogenetive myasthenia gravis. And about the treatment of myasthenia gravis mostly includes the main treatment is like immunosuppression mechanism. Like for in order to treat the myasthenia gravis, we have to suppress the immune system, and so basically we have some drugs like mestinone, prednisone, imuran, mycophenolate mofetil, cyclosporine, and others. They will inhibit the immune system. For example, it's mestinone. Mestinone increases the amount of acetylcholine available to make the muscle move. If it's work improvement within hours. Like also we have prednisone. Prednisone also suppresses the immune system. But the treatment takes months, from 1 to 12 months. Also we have mycophenolate mofetil, and this one is very expensive. Also that was mainly about the treatment of myasthenia gravis. Further, I will share my presentation, and that's it. Also, I have some photos in order to get good visual memory. Like this person, that woman has myasthenia gravis. Look, one side one side of her face, like it's relaxed. Look, look. Look, it's the main symptom of myasthenia gravis. And that's it, guys. See you soon. Thank you for attention.